Okay, so on the prior slide, I mentioned that kind of going from, oh, this is nice, from just trying to trick someone and sell them something like, so snake oil is like fake medicine that's going to kill you. I'm sorry for scrolling through this. That didn't work the way I was hoping. Um, to like actual relationships. If we're going to get more technical or theoretical is the better word, and talk about like from a marketing management perspective, how did that transition occur? Then what we want to look at is this chart here. And basically, what you see in the boxes are different marketing management philosophies. So, from an organizational level. And hopefully, you've heard these, or some of them ring a bell once I explain from um, a marketing management or intro to marketing class. So basically, we start with a production orientation, which that's focused on primarily the organization itself. So that's the internal focus and just selling what you have. And so I think of that as like the Model T Ford. There's no real customization. I'm good at making this whatever it is, this widget, this car, and that's what I sell. From there, we moved into a selling orientation. With selling orientation, it's about volume. So I sell as much as I can to everyone. I don't care if they really need the product. I don't care to really build a relationship with them. It's very short-term perspective. Sell as much as I can to everyone I can. From there, we move into market orientation, which is the basis for what we will be doing. So, a market orientation has three behavioral components. One you'll see up here is customer orientation, and customer orientation is looking at the customer and saying, okay, what does this customer need or want? And matching that with my product offerings or service offerings. So coming to that mutually beneficial place where I'm focused on a long-term relationship. Market orientation also has two kind of goals. And so those would be from a financial perspective, you want to have profitability. From a customer perspective, you want that long-term relationship. And a long-term relationship with customers and profitability go hand in hand. So I mentioned there were two other behavioral aspects. One is interfunctional coordination. That's a big word to say that the entire firm is working together. So all the departments and areas of your organization are working together to be successful and to ultimately make sales for a long-term objective and profitability focused. Along with that, the last aspect is competitor orientation, and that's that I am looking out at, the economy. I'm looking out at the world and I'm saying, who are my competitors? What are they doing? And how can I improve? So again, that's going to help me achieve a long-term objective and profitability. And from there, you go into a form of customer orientation, relationship marketing, where two firms are working together, sharing resources to, again, be mutually beneficial, but are almost becoming partners or are becoming partners. So The role of the modern salesperson, I would rather you focus just on the modern role because it's kind of the opposite of whatever the traditional salesperson is. The modern salesperson, as I just said, customer relationship oriented. You're focused on needs. You're selling a solution. So remember I said customers buy benefits. Benefits are solutions to a problem. That long-term relationship, open communication, you're going to have follow-up. You work within the company team. That's that interfunctional coordination, along with a collaborative interaction. So if you're in a B2B setting, and we are going to focus on business to business. So what does a salesperson in a business to business setting, what do they do? Again, relationship oriented. You're going to help your customers be successful. So you provide them a solution. Need to understand your customers and the competitive environment. So we had, the one slide, the transition to relationship selling. And then you should see from what I told you, things repeated and how we go from an organizational level strategy to what we do at a salesperson level. So the last piece, types of salespeople. So these are just some terms I want you to know. And it's a hunter on the left versus a farmer. So a hunter salesperson is going to be about going out and getting new business. So hunting for new business. A lot of prospecting, which we'll talk about in a few weeks, but primarily concerned with new business development. Whereas a farmer type salesperson is more concerned with cultivating existing relationships. And so really these are roles within a firm. And so a farmer would be more relationship oriented. So there's different jobs or roles in a firm. Sometimes your job may be, okay, you're a new business development manager. That would be a salesperson that's primary function is to go out and get new business. If you're a relationship manager, then your primary function is going to be to develop and upsell to the current customers, make sure that they're happy. And then there are a lot of roles that combine the two, that maybe, let's say 20% of what you do is getting new business and 80% of what you do is managing your existing relationships. So these are just two terms and roles within, or roles a salesperson can have that you should know. So next class, so for when we meet, this will be another online class. You'll read chapter 2, and then our topics will be relationship selling, and then just an overview of the professional selling process.